Okay, am I audible? My connection, it was just disconnected. Okay. Now that was your introductory portion. Now let us start about the introduction to geometric design. So first let us discuss about what is geometric design. So basically the geometric design of the highway deals with the dimension and layout of the visible features of the highway. Now what are the dimension and layout of the visible features? Like how that width of the road should be. What should be the width of a particular median or interceptor? What are the different characteristics of an intersection? How much width of a shoulder should be? Okay, how super elevation should be designed? So these type of things would be considered in the geometric design of the highway. And the structural portion of a road is deals with the pavement analysis or design of the pavement in this portion. So our main important thing for the geometric design is to design the visible features of a highway. So the main objective of the geometric design is to provide optimum efficiency in traffic operation with maximum safety at reasonable cost. Okay, maximum safety at a reasonable cost. And geometric design of highways deals with the following elements. What are the elements? First one is cross section elements, then side distance consideration, horizontal alignment details, vertical alignment details, and intersection elements. So from the subsequent chapters, we will discuss separately about these different considerations. Now, what are the goals of the geometric design? So the goals of the geometric design is to maximize the comfort, safety, and economy of facilities. So how you can improve the comfort? Suppose there are some elevation in the area, so you have to design the road such that vehicle can easily overcome that elevation. Okay, so the elevation of the road should be decided based on the safety factor and based on the comfort characteristics of the users. Provide efficiency in the traffic operation. So you can provide the efficiency in traffic operation by suitably design the width of the road. So based on the traffic consideration, you have to design the road accordingly so that maximum vehicles could be accommodated, so that there would be less impact on their speed whenever all the traffics are moving over that road. Provide maximum safety at reasonable cost. You have to provide adequate visibility in the road so that major safety hazard can be avoided. Then minimize the environmental impacts. So you have to design your road in such way that it will less impact the environment. Now, what are the different factors which affect the geometric design? So these factors are, first is design speed. So basically, this design speed is the single most important factor that affect the geometric design. So that speed is very important, and design speed is also design speed is that speed considering which we will design all our geometric features. So it directly affects the side distance, horizontal curve, and the length of the vertical curve, transition curve, super elevation. Each and every geometric features is affected by the design speed. Now, how you will find out the design speed? So basically in the IRC, that is Indian Road Congress Manual Book, IRC Handbook, there are different specifications for the design speed for different classifications of the road. Now, if this type of data is not available, in that case, you have to go for a speed study. Okay, speed study means you have to find out what is the speed of different type of vehicles, and from the speed of the vehicles you have to find out what is the cumulative speed of the different vehicles, and from the cumulative speed data you have to find out what is the 98 percentile speed. That 98 percentile speed is basically your design speed. Okay, if the meeting disconnects after 4 to 5 minutes, then please connect it again with the same link. Now, design speed is different from the legal speed limit, which is the speed limit imposed to curb a common tendency of drivers to travel beyond an accepted safe speed. So, in some roads, what happens? There are some restriction of the speed is mentioned, like the speed should not be more than that, or speed should not be less than that. So in that case, that type of speed limitation is different from the design speed. So basically, if we go on the speed limitation, that generally 85 percentile speed is considered as your speed upper speed limit. Okay, and 15 percentile speed is considered as lower speed limit, but for the design speed, that is 98 percentile of the speed. Now designs, and now let us discuss about what is that percentile speed. So if you go for the 98 percentile speed, so basically that denotes nine, more than 98% of the vehicles are traveling with that particular speed. Suppose your 98 percentile speed is 70 kilometer per hour, so it indicates that suppose there are 100 vehicles, so 98 vehicles are traveling at a speed which is nearer to 70 kilometer per hour. Okay, at a speed which is lesser than or equal to 70 kilometer per hour. So if your 98 percentile speed is 80 kilometer per hour, it indicates that 98 percentage of your vehicles are moving with that speed or lower than that value. Okay, so if there are 100 vehicles, you will get only two vehicles whose speed is more than 80 km per hour. So basically in easy language, that percentage speed indicates these things. Now since there are wide variations in the speed adopted by different drivers and by different types of vehicle, design speed should be selected such that it satisfies nearly all drivers. So for that reason, you have to go for that speed. 85 percentile speed, 98 percentile speed, like that. So at the same time, a higher design speed has cascading effect or devastating effect in the other geometric design, thereby it includes the cost. Suppose if you want to design a road with 100 km per hour speed, in that case you have to design the super elevation. Like that way you have to design the elevation, you have to design the width parameters of the road in considering that portions, and if you are doing so, in that case you will increase the speed, increase the cost of the construction. For that reason, you have to very much cost effective in considering the design speed. So next portion is topography. So how topography affected? So the next important factor that affects the geometric design is the topography. Topography means that portions of the area whether there is any undulation, whether there is an hilly area or that area is plain area, basically that indicates the topography of an area. So it is easier to construct roads which require standards for a plain terrain. Plain terrain means which is a relatively plain area. Okay. Now, however, for a given design speed, the construction cost increase multiform with the gradient and the terrain. So if the terrain increases, suppose if it is a hilly terrain, in that case, if we want to construct the road with the same specification, it will increase the